Hello.
Hi everyone.
Welcome to GDC Recital 2021. We are so excited that you are here.
We have been looking forward to this moment all season long, and it's a moment that comes with a lot of anticipation, both from the dancers and our faculty and staff, and from you, the audience members. So we are so thankful that you are here, and we are ready to have an amazing time with you watching your dancers on stage.
We're gonna share some of our favorite recital memories because we've been doing recital for a really long time. And it was such an important part of us growing up here at the studio, and we are so excited to now give back and share with you what our recital is like. So one of my favorite memories is my first recital. I was the kid that cried in class. I didn't want to go to ballet. My mom pushed me in, and I wasn't 3 years old, I was 7. My mom kept pushing me in, like, do it, just keep her in there, do not let her come out. And by the end of the year, I loved it so much that I'm the kid that was bossing each other around on the stage because they were in the wrong spot. So,
Future teacher director.
yes, so I think that's when the moment was like, oh no, here we go. My mom was like, great, what has happened? But that's just like the beauty of recital. Like, your kid can go from like the crying kid in class because they're, you know, maybe too timid or too shy to do it, but then they're the one that's bossing each other on stage.
That's right.
Yeah.
I have many favorite recital memories, and like Gray, I started dance later when I was 7 years old, so I didn't have any of the younger experiences when I was 3 and 4. But my favorite memories had to do with coming out of my shell as a ballerina and really feeling myself as a jazz dancer. I even choreographed a hip hop piece one time.
It was so good, y'all.
She's being kind. I wore cargo shorts, camo cargo shorts, and a hat that was like, you know, just a little bit off to the side. Daniel Bedingfield's got to get through this. Lots of like rib cage shoulder situations going on. So now I'm mortified, but at the time I was just like living my hip hop dreams to the fullest. But that's my favorite memories because as you know, we both did a lot of training in classical ballet. So recital was a time that we got to showcase not only our ballet side, but our jazz, contemporary, and apparently our hip hop side too. So you'll get to see that from your dancers today as well in the performances. We really pride ourselves in showcasing many different styles of dance from ballet and point to hip hop and tap, jazz, and contemporary. So you are in for a treat.
So what you're about to see today at the show all started way back in August. So our year runs from August to May. We have about 36 weeks of dance, and basically we really started working on recital the first day of class. The kids just didn't know it. So the beginning of the year, from August to December, our teachers really set the tone for the year, what they're going to learn, foundational skills, new skills that are going to help them progress through the programs, and really getting them ready to whatever they're going to do during recital, make sure they can master it on the stage and feel accomplished.
In the second half of the year, which we consider starting after the holiday break, so in January, that's when the teachers start to introduce more choreography. It could start with a little phrase or an across the floor combination. It's always a really big deal for the students to learn the music associated with their recital dance, if there's a theme involved. And the teachers are required to choose their recital music and costumes really back in October. And all that is finalized, so it's always fun to kind of draw it out and reveal a few elements at a time.
So maybe you're wondering, like, why do we do a recital? Well, dance is a performing art, and dance is meant to be shared. And to me, recital just takes all of the skills they have learned through the entire year and showcases it on the stage. Even though it's gone in a flash, but it's just so exciting that everything they worked hard for led up to this moment, especially in a world of instant gratification. This really teaches them like hard work, even though it might take 36 weeks, will pay off.
It's also an opportunity for them to build confidence. You really find out what you're made of when you have to step on the stage in front of a live audience and perform for people who are giving you feedback. It can be really confidence building. It's also important for building teamwork as well. So within each class, the students have to work together to make sure that they're doing the steps at the same time and listening to the music or telling the narrative behind the choreography. There's a lot of elements beside just remembering the sequence of the dance. It's very character building for our students to go through this experience.
Each division will experience something different at the recital. So starting with our sweet little pre-primaries, this is their first time on the stage. It's a huge deal for them to even just walk out on the stage and find their number. That takes so much practice, and you never know what they're going to do, and that to me is the joy of it. But at least all that matters is that they get out there and they stand there the whole time, even if they're just waving, trying to find you in the audience. They did it, and that's amazing. And then, once they get to the primary division, that's when we start really introducing maybe more of a character in their dance, really starting to express that emotion. Of course, the skills are a little bit harder than what they were in pre-primary, but that's kind of where we start to really see them blossom into what maybe a future dancer will be like.
And starting at our studio division is where you'll start to see the dancers branch out into the different disciplines of dance. So it's not just ballet focused, but they're able to choose tap, hip hop, and jazz as well. That's also when the dancers start to mature, and when you'll start to see a little bit more narrative in their choreography, or dances that are not just happy and sparkly all the time, but dances that maybe have a little bit weightier meaning. And that's when they really start to develop their artistry. Which of course continues through the teen division. And the teen division is where, whether it is their first time dancing on stage or whether they've been dancing for their whole life since they were 3, through all of our age divisions, they can really show what they're made of. And our faculty does such a great job of challenging the students, yet giving them choreography that's attainable and lets the students truly shine and not struggle through the choreography. One of my favorite things about recital is that in the same show, you will see 3-year-old, sweet little fairies tiptoeing out. You will see 10 and 11-year-old tappers on stage, and you'll get to see our pre-professional company dancers in the same show. So you can see in one sitting for yourself the progression through the years and the levels and how much the dancers grow from year to year. So that's always very rewarding for the teachers to see, but I think it's really cool for you, the audience, to see as well.
A great part about recital is getting ready for recital. One of my favorite parts is them receiving their costumes. That's like how you know when recital is really close and it's getting here. And I know as a teacher, I build it up, and they are so pumped when I tell them what their recital dance even is, what they're gonna be wearing. And they were even so excited this year about it too. They just love receiving their costume and knowing what they're gonna wear on that stage. And that's such an important part, and we want them to feel excited. And then, as we get closer, that's when dress rehearsal starts to happen, and then they actually get to get on the stage that we've been talking about forever, and they get to see it, they get to see the lights, the audience, they get to feel the lights on them, they get to hear the music, and practice what it's actually going to be like. And it's so exciting because it's almost here. Everything they've been working for the whole year is almost here, and it's just this starting of this big fanfare for recital.
I think one of the most precious and magical things about any occasion is the moments leading up to it, is the getting ready part. So of course in classes we've talked about the details for how the dancers might do their makeup or their hair or the accessories they might wear. But when it comes time for like recital day, those are the moments that you get to share with your dancers at home and getting them ready and dropping them off here. And of course the excitement just builds and builds and builds. And I think it's really fun to experience the anticipation of the big moment through them in their preparation process. So it's kind of like, in a way, putting on war paint, or like if you're a football player, you know, you put the stripes on. Well, as dancers, we put on our foundation, eyeshadow, eyebrows,
Hairspray,
mascara, and we're ready to go. Yes, hairspray is the smell of recital. You know, when you smell plenty of gel and hairspray, that recital is in the air. So all of this really culminates in that moment where they step out onto the stage, and you are such an important part of that moment as the audience in showing appreciation through applause. So it is so neat to see the twinkle in the dancers' eyes, or the energy they have when they come off the stage and they're like, wow, did you hear that? The audience loved us. They clapped to our song. They were laughing or cheering. So we really encourage you to be involved in the performance today by showing your appreciation through applause.
It's been a challenging year through dancing in mask, trying to social distance while dancing and doing it, all the hand sanitizer, all the cleaning, everything that went into putting this together. It has been challenging, but something that Ashley and I never questioned was if we could do this. It was a matter of how can we keep dancing through this.
You are definitely a very important part of that. So we would like to say a very sincere thank you for your support, for your flexibility, and for trusting us with your very sweet and talented dancers. We have seen your dancers develop this year, not only in their skill set as performing artists, but we have really seen them develop into strong individuals. So they have come back with such positive attitudes. They never gave us a hard time about wearing masks. They were just so thankful to be in the studio, and I know that they are so thankful and so excited to be on the stage. So I think sometimes it takes taking a step back from something, or maybe even losing the opportunity to have something to really show you what a big role it plays in your life. And we were all saddened and disappointed that recital couldn't happen last year. That makes this year so much more special. So you'll see in the dancers them building self-confidence, but there's also bravery there. You know, some of them haven't been in front of a live audience for, you know, now between the stretch, it's been about 2 years. So I am so proud of their motivation and how they didn't give up, which gave us the motivation to never give up and to figure out how we could give them this opportunity. So it's very, very special that we're finally here, able to see everything come together.
We just want to say we are so proud of everyone at Georgia Dance Conservatory. Our teachers, our dancers, our staff members, and parents, even you. Thank you so much for everything that you have done to make Recital 2021 a reality. From all of us here at Georgia Dance Conservatory,
thank you so much for helping us get to this moment. Enjoy the show.